วัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับอาจารย์วันนี้ปอนอ่านนะครับครับผมครับโอเค
Hello and welcome to another Dharma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone is welcome to join. And our first participant tonight is Mike from New York. Hi, Mike. How's the weather? Still snowing?
Greetings, Ajaan Suchart. Not snowing right now. It's going to rain a bit today, but next week it's going to be much warmer. Maybe an early taste of spring, though I fear that it's not going to last too long before it gets cold again, as it usually stays cold till mid to late April here.
Okay, that's the weather.
That's the weather for you. But
Try.
funny enough, when next week when it's going to be nice here in New York is going to be when I travel to San Diego or outside of San Diego to visit Wat Metta and visit Thanissaro Bhikkhu and his monastery there and sit for a week, which I'm very excited about to deepen my practice of meditation, concentration, virtue, precepts.
That's good.
I'm very excited. I hope to one day come to Wat Yan as well. Um, Maybe in the years to come. That would be a dream of mine. Um, but today, in anticipation of my stay at the retreat or at the monastery, I've been trying to take things off my plate, so to speak. I've been trying to strip down all the extra things in my life, sports teams I follow, or I just stopped using social media. I'm trying to lessen my news intake all ahead of the retreat so that I feel empty and ready for the experience to take place. Is that something that you would suggest before going on retreat, Rajan?
Yes, receiving uh, uh, any external input, they are harmful to the mind. The Buddha said all forms, sound, taste, smell, tactile objects are like fire. Once you're exposed to them, they will instigate love, hate, and delusion in the mind to come into action. So it's best to avoid them if you can. Our goal is
Um,
to meditate, to calm the mind, and find peace and happiness from calming the mind. If we keep still in contact with the external sources, then the mind can never become calm. So try to restrain your sensual organs, your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. Don't be exposed to the sensual objects. This will help reduce your work because there are hindrances. See. If you can reduce the hindrances, then it will be easier for you to find calm and peace. So this is one of the recommendation that we should follow, like keeping the eight precepts. The goal of the eighth precept is to restrain from exposing the mind to the sensual objects. So you won't have any sensual cravings arising as a hindrance into your practice. But even when you are not exposing to the sensual objects, your mind can still be thinking about them. So you have to be mindful also to stop your thought to think about the sensual objects by keeping it fixed with something like a mantra or what your body activity, for instance, all day long. Try not to send your mind to think about the external objects. Then when you meditate, it will be easier to calm the mind down, to become still. So you should make it a practice to avoid as much external sensual objects as much as possible. Only expose yourself to the essential objects that you have to be exposed to, like maybe the current events, what's going on, the weather, and so forth. But if you can leave the politics alone, that will be much better. It will reduce a lot of tension in your mind, stress in your mind. Okay.
No, that's very good.
Is this your first time to go practice in the monastery?
This will be my third time going to the Wat Metta.
I see.
So
How was your two previous experiences?
they were good. They've been increasingly fruitful. The first time I was still early on in my practice, and I feel like I was still getting to know my own meditative life. I think I hadn't really truly gotten the hang of meditation yet. So then my second time I went, was a much better meditator, but it was definitely the most I'd ever meditated in my life going to that monastery. And so this time, well, my meditation practice has been going for a bunch of years now. So I hope to get even more out of it. I'll have plenty of time to try the 3 to 5 hour challenge. And really to push myself to see how good my concentration can be, and to try to lessen the hold of the defilements. So I'm excited to push myself to the test.
Yes. Another thing you should try to avoid is engagement with people, even fellow meditators, if you can. Only have casual contact and not get too involved with contact with other people, because it can keep your mind thinking. So one of the recommendation is to avoid engagement, even with fellow meditators. Only engagement you really have to when you come to have meals together or do some work together. But then we try not to converse either. Try to just be mindful with what we have to do. I'm not sure whether that's the rule in the Ajaan Suchart monastery or not.
Yeah, people talk, especially around the mealtime and the cleanup, just for like basic communication. But it's not silent. So people did, some people were more chatty than others. One thing I did last time, but I'm thinking of not doing it this time, is, I write a lot. So last time I went, I had brought a notebook, and at the end of the day, before I went to bed, I would kind of like, write down what I experienced that day, including like people's names, if I met them around the monastery, or like little insights I had while meditating. But I've also read that you don't want to do that when you go to the
No,
monastery. You don't want to have a notebook, and you don't want to write anything. Is
you
that what
want
you'd
to clear
suggest?
your mind, not fill your mind up with information.
Hmm.
We don't take note, we don't keep any, you know, unless you are a journalist or somebody like that who's just on a different mission to study about a place, then you might have to take note. But as a meditator, you don't want to leave anything inside your mind. You want to clear them out as much as possible. Leave the present empty, the mind empty in the present, by not thinking of the past or thinking of the future. Be mindful in the present. Reciting mantra, if the mind keep resisting and wants to think about this and that, use mantra or do some chanting or focus on what you do at the moment. The goal is to clear the mind, not to fill the mind up with thoughts. You want to clear the mind so that there'll be no thought left in the mind. All that is left is just the knowing. The knowing we cannot clear. Knowing is always there. It's a constant thing that is part of the mind. But the thinking, you can stop them from time to time. Although not all the time, but from time to time you can stop the thinking to rest the mind. Because usually when you think, your thought is still driven by your kilesa, your defilement. And your thought will be thinking about something that will cause you to get angry or cause you to have craving for something, wanting or expecting. And this can create stress and anxiety when you do this sort of thinking. So it's better not to think at all if you're in a retreat, meditation retreat. Think only of the essential, what I have to do now. I have to go to time to chant or to go eat or whatever. But other than that, don't think about anything. Stay focused with the body or the mantra. Okay. Does the Ajaan Jeff also give dharma talks to people who attend the meeting or the stay in the monastery?
Yeah, he gives one short one in the morning before the meal, and then one longer one in the nighttime before the nighttime meditation.
Anytime you have group meditation.
Yeah.
Okay. But no morning meditation, group meditation.
Morning meditation too, but it's a recording of a Dhamma talk in the morning.
Okay. And can you have question if you would like to ask him anything during these talks?
Yeah, there's a time in the afternoon where he takes questions.
Okay. All right.
I guess I have one last thing I'm trying to clear off before I go to my retreat is that I've had some friction with some people in my life, and I'm trying to just let that go ahead of my trip, so that I'm not taking anything with me, any disagreements that I have with anybody. And I know that in the Theravada Buddhism, there aren't like big forgiveness like teachings, but there are some that kind of get at different aspects of forgiveness. So I guess I just wanted to ask you if you had any wise words or Buddhist sutras or lessons to pull from, Buddhist wisdom to pull from as far as forgiving and letting go.
Well, forgiving is for your own benefit, not for the person you forgive. Because once you forgive, then your mind can become peaceful. But if you cannot forgive every time you think of that person, you can become angry. But if you forgive and say, let bygone be bygone, it's like broken glass. You cannot bring it back anymore to its original form. So let it be and just accept that life is like this. Sometimes we have conflict. And once it's past, let's just forget about it and move on. So this is another way of thinking. Try to make friends out of your enemy, then you won't have any enemy left to worry about. By forgiving your enemies, then they become friends, then they become your friends. It's for your own peace of mind, really, not for your enemy, not for the person you get angry with. It's part of the metta formula. Metta of loving kindness consists of four actions. One is to forgive. And second is not when you do something, don't cause any harm or, or hurt anybody when you do something. And the third one, don't directly hurt other people physically or mentally. And the fourth one is to give happiness to other people by doing good things for them or giving them things. These are the four ways of showing your loving kindness. And by doing this action, it will make your mind calm and peaceful. Okay?
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Good luck to your meditation retreat.
Thank you so much.
Let us know what happened after you return.
I will.
Better before you go or worse than before you go. Okay. Next, we'll go to May, I think. Hi, May. Where are you from? I forget.
Hello, Ajahn. Oh, sorry.
Yes, you can speak now.
Okay, yes. I'm from Prague, Czech
Right.
Republic. Yes.
Okay. You have any question or anything you like to mention?
Uh, I actually wanted to pay respect to Ajahn before I'm going to Thailand. Um, I I wish you to be healthy and long live, and really thank you very much for um, your kind advice and allowing me to meet you through the Zoom session.
Oh, I'm happy to be of service to everybody.
Yes,
Th-
because yeah, your advice really play a great role in my decision because I'm indecisive, and finally I decided to give up my PhD in physics because it was really hard for me to continue doing what I'm not really into it. So I decided to go on the path of meditation.
That's better. You can take Dhamma with you after you die, but you cannot take your PhD with you when you die.
Yes. I discussed with my parents, and they are not much happy, but I am an adult, so I mean,
They
they are,
respect your decision.
yes, yes,
What's
and
important is what makes you happy, really.
yes,
And it's okay. I think it's a good decision if you switch to Dhamma, if you switch to meditation practice, because you
yes,
are developing your mind. You're making your
hmm,
mind happier by following the Buddha's teaching of charity, morality, and meditation.
yes,
This is the right way of making yourself happy permanently. You can
yes,
take it with you. If you haven't finished your work now, this lifetime, you can continue on your next lifetime.
hmm, yes,
You don't have to start over like PhD. When you come back next life, you have to restart your PhD study again every time you're born.
Actually, I don't want to restart PhD again next life.
Yeah.
I don't
You,
want.
you don't want to come back at all.
Uh, but the thing is that I'm still how to say I'm still attaching to the sensual pleasure. It's like sound, smell, touch, all the things, And I really like meditation, and I also go for a retreat three times, and I also practice at home as long as I can. And some of the time I did fasting, and I also meditate for more than 10 hours, and not continuously, but just like from the morning until I slept. Sometimes I feel depressed because I cannot go for more than 3 hours. So I was depressed, and then I try again, and also at the time there are some kind of thoughts coming about the sensual pleasure. That's what I am afraid if I decide on the path and those kind of attack.
Well, you will gradually let go of your attachment to sensual pleasures as your meditation practice improve. You
Yes,
find the happiness from meditation far greater than the happiness you get from sensual pleasure. So try
yes,
to concentrate on your meditation as much as possible.
yes,
Without progress in meditation, it's hard to give up your sensual pleasures because the mind needs something to keep it happy. And right now, it depends on sensual pleasures to keep it happy. But if you can develop a new way of making the mind happy through meditation, then you can gradually switch from sensual pleasures to meditation pleasures.
yes, yes.
But you
I
have to
will try.
force yourself. You have to force yourself to do meditation, but not to the
Yes,
point where you become discouraged or frustrated. You have to know your strength.
hmm,
What you want and what you get, it might be two different things. So you have to look at what you get and be happy with what you get, and not be. If you're not happy with what you get, you can become discouraged or you can become, depressed, like you say, when you want to
yes,
meditate and you cannot get what you want. So always look at the result and be content with what you get and try to improve as you go on. Okay, today I catch only 2 fish. Maybe tomorrow I can catch 3 fish or something. But be
yes,
happy with 2 fish, better than nothing.
yes. Yes, that's right, Ajahn. And today, for me, sitting meditation is far better than f observing like eating or walking or kind of activity. Because today, while I was eating, for me, like I focus on the mental recitation of Vedana, and it's better than focusing on Buddha because I mean I can observe like sometimes painful feelings, sometimes pleasant feelings. So the word Vedana is really good for me. But while I was eating, I found more difficult to focus on Vedana because I also knew like the mind or something, it want to move to one object to another. And sometimes I don't know which to focus. Should I eat? Should I focus on the spoon? And I say, no, I have to focus on Vedana. And then there is a glass of water and I want to pull the water. I just want to drink and do something. I want to scratch the body while eating. So for me, I found it difficult to observe while doing activity on the focus. So do you have any advice on it?
Well, actually, this is what the Buddha recommends. Be mindful of your body activities in the four foundation of mindfulness. Because when you do something, you want to watch what you do, so you don't do it wrong. You do it correctly. If you
Mhm.
focus your attention on something else, you might not be doing correctly what you do. So you should just keep watching what you do. Just
Mhm.
watch, that's all. And don't think about other things. Just know that you are drinking, you're eating, you're walking. Whatever you do, just keep watch your body activity.
Okay.
It's easier to watch than watch your feeling. Your feeling can
Mhm.
be quite difficult at times, and it's not important. Unless you want to use the Vedana as a mantra, then you can do that also. But at the
Mhm.
same time, you also have to look at what you do.
Okay.
With reciting of the Vedana mantra might be help you to prevent your mind from thinking about other things while you're doing something at the same time.
Mhm.
So you can
in
eat, you can watch your eating and at the same time recite Vedana, Vedana, Vedana if you like.
Mhm.
If you don't like Buddha, Buddha, or Buddha, Buddha, you can use Vedana, Vedana. I used to use Anicca, Anicca when I do some mantra. I find I like Anicca because I see things is constantly changing all the time. So you can use a mantra in coupling with your watching your body activity. But you have to
Yes.
be watching what you do, because you might do it wrong, or you might, make some mistake and can hurt yourself. Like when you're cutting something, if you're not watching when you're cutting, then you might cut your finger.
Yes, yeah. Because at the same time, I knew that my mind is restless because it want to move to class, to spawn, to other things, sometimes in the past, sometimes to the memory, to the future imagination. So, I mean, I was eating and I was focusing on Vedana and I found my mind is restless, so I was depressed a bit because it cannot be focused.
Maybe you can just stop what you do and then focus on what's important to you at
Mhm.
that time. If you find that you have to be focusing on your thoughts or whatever, then you can stop doing something at that time temporarily and just keep watching your thought and see if you can stop it. And ask yourself whether you really have to think or not. If you don't have to think, then you should not think, because thinking will make your mind restless and agitated, and you will not be able to meditate successfully if you allow your thought to run free.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I will try.
But if you have to think about something, okay, you can stop doing everything and think. You have to do some planning or doing something, then you can think about that thing until you have finally know what you have to do. Then you can stop thinking about that thing and then come back to whatever you do. I have lots of company here, so I hope it doesn't bother you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Anything
Thank you.
else?
Um, this one and uh, if I have boredom and loneliness in the practice for long term, which can be the best reminder to myself in the practice that Ajahn would like to give.
You can remind yourself that you're not being mindful, and you let your mind create this feeling. See, if you're mindful, the mind will not be able to create this feeling of loneliness or boredom.
Mhm.
If you keep your mind busy with your mantra, it will not be able to. So whenever you start to feel blue, feel bad, feel
Mhm.
lonely, it means you're not mindful anymore. You lose
Mhm.
control of your thoughts. Your thought is the one who create this feeling of loneliness or sadness.
Mhm.
So it just you have to be you have to say to yourself, I have to now be more mindful. I should start reciting mantra right away
Mhm.
to
Okay.
counter this feeling. And it might take a few minutes before your mind will feel better or come back to normal.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
this is very important when you're on a meditation retreat. You have to be constantly mindful because your mind always wants to go after sensual craving.
Yes, exactly.
And you cannot go if you're in a meditation retreat. So you'll feel, frustrated, sad, and lonely. And the only way to deal with it is to meditate or practice mindfulness, reciting a mantra to
Mhm.
stop your mind from generating this feeling, this bad feeling.
Mhm. Yes. Thank you very much. And the last question, first I was thinking to meditate as a person, as a lay person, and then my initial idea is to see how far I can go. And maybe after 5 or 6 months, I want to ordain as a nun. Do you think would it be a good idea to ordain as a nun or just to uh, practice? Are there any difference, like to motivate myself to go on the path?
Well, if you want to be a long-term practitioner, then being a nun or being a monk is probably the best solution, best option, because you will be living in a community which have support for your basic requisite of life. You won't have to worry about having money to pay for your food, for your lodging, for your clothing, or for your medicine. It will be provided by lay supporters. But if you don't ordain, then you have to be responsible for your own requisites. You have to have money to pay for your own food and so forth, you know. So if you are committed in a long term and forever, then maybe the best option is to join the community of monks or nuns, which is being supported by lay people. Then you can
Yes.
then focus on your meditation practice without having to worry about your financial situation.
Yes. Currently, I don't need to worry about the money or anything else. But my goal is up to the Sotapanna, which I still didn't reach it. But uh, I heard about it because I'm also not sure to go back to the household life, and um, this is complicated. So yeah, I mean, maybe I should see and observe first.
And it also depends on how much you have progress in your meditation. If you
Mm-hmm.
can if you can meditate and be happy with your meditation and doesn't really need any essential pleasures, then you probably want to become a nun or but if you're still in between, sometimes you meditate and sometimes you still want to watch on YouTube or something, then it might be difficult for you to become a nun.
Yes.
So you have to look at your strength and look at what you really want in the end.
Yes.
Because as a meditator, usually you have to live alone. You don't have any engagement with other people. But as
Yes.
you grow older, you might need support from other people. When you reach old age, like me, I think I'm beginning to think about maybe what happened if I cannot do something for myself, then I would need somebody to help me doing. In a community, there will be people who will be willing to support the more senior practitioners.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is something that you have to think about. You don't have to rush in to do this thing. What you have to rush in is to do your meditation and mindfulness practice. This is the
Yeah.
most important thing. It will be the one that will push you toward monastic life eventually.
Yeah. Currently, I have decided to give up my PhD, so I'm leaving from Prague to Thailand. And then I decided to practice as a layperson in the Ajaan Monastery in I don't know, near Udon Thani.
Yes, I know.
And
I met Ajahn Martin before. It's a
yes,
good start. Yeah. Then
yes,
maybe you can move later on to become a nun if you like, if you feel that this is what you want permanently.
yes. I've been there 3 years ago, and I met Ajahn Martin. So that time was very short. This time I'm thinking for a long time, and but I'm in between the sensual pleasure and meditation pleasure. So first
Yeah.
I will meditate as a layperson, and
Yeah, try
then
to increase more meditation and less
yes,
sensual activity.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much,
All
Ajahn.
right, you're welcome. Next, Anura and Ramya, who is now on Wednesday morning.
Yeah, good evening, Ajaan. Yes, yeah, Wednesday morning. So we I woke up early and joined the Magha Puja chanting at Mabchan. Yeah, so there was.
Yeah, we're celebrating right now.
Yeah.
Usually about 8 p.m. Most
Yeah.
temple will have candlelight procession,
Yeah.
paying
Yeah.
respect to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I have no question, Tangajan. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
about
good.
you, Ramya?
No questions, then yeah.
Okay.
Keep
Just
practicing.
for
Yeah.
your information, in
Yeah.
Thailand we celebrate three Buddhist
Yeah.
holidays. The first one is Visakha Bhucha
Yeah.
Day, which commemorating the birth, enlightenment, and the passing away of the Buddha. The second one we call Asalaha Bhucha. This one celebrate the first sermon when the Buddha first give his first Dhamma talks to the world, when he taught the five ascetics,
Yeah.
the four noble truths and the noble eightfold path. And then the last one, which is today, Magha Puja, this is commemorating the day when 1,215 fully enlightened noble disciples came from different directions to pay respect to the Buddha. All these 1,250 arahants were the Buddha's student. They studied with the Buddha and became enlightened. After they became enlightened, they asked for ordination as a Buddhist monk. And after ordination, the Buddha told them to go in different directions to spread the Dhamma teaching to the world. And then when the time comes for this night, there was a tradition, I think, in India where most religion will come and pay respect to the teachers. Students will come pay respect to the teacher on this particular month and day. So this 1,250 arahant, which were in different parts of the land, they come together without having any pre-arrangement to come. So this is the first time, the biggest gathering of a noble disciple in the history of Buddhism. So this commemorating the day of the Sangha, the noble disciple. So this is what we're commemorating every year.
Yeah. It's called four miracles happen on that day, right? So those.
Yes, four things happen.
Yeah, four things happen.
Yeah, one is the full moon of the lunar third month, and then the gathering of these 1,215 noble disciples, and all of these noble disciples were taught by the Buddha and became monks by the Buddha's ordination. And then there's the giving of the talk of the heart of Buddhism, the teaching that represent the heart of Buddhism, which is the avoiding of doing all bad karmas, doing only good karmas, and purify the mind. This is essentially what the Buddha talked about that on that day today.
It's a Patimokkha, is that correct?
Patimokkha is the name they given to this particular discourse. Patimokkha actually means the rules, the monastic rules for the monks to follow. So he told monks how to live. Monks should live in a non-violent manner, not hurting or saying things that will hurt other people, or doing things that will hurt other people, and stay in quiet place alone, stay in solitude, and so forth. I can't remember the whole suttas. They call Patimokkha, Ovata Patimokkha.
Ovata Patimokkha.
Ovata means teaching.
Yeah. It's very inspiring. That's an event for us.
Okay. So you have any question regarding this particular day?
No, Tanajan. Yeah, I'm good there. Yeah, thank you.
Okay then.
Yeah.
I'll go
Yeah.
to, yes, we'll go
Thank
to
you.
Professor Ken. You're welcome. Hi, Professor.
Good afternoon, Ajaan.
Yes. How's your practice?
Practice is going okay. It's steady enough.
Yes, you have to maintain the momentum.
Yeah, I have a good schedule of practice, which is very consistent.
Yeah. Don't just practice on the urge alone, because sometimes you don't feel like practicing, then you're not practicing. You have to have a schedule to force you to practice whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I just do it, whatever is the case. It's good to have a schedule. I'm feeling a bit sick today, so that's another good focus for a bit of practice. So.
You can do vipassana practice, investigating the nature of the body that is changing. It can get well and it can also get sick, and it's not under your control, anatta. So you should not become stressful with the body, because the reason for you to be stressful because you have craving for the body to be well all the time and not to get sick. You can stop this stress by accepting the reality of the body, the nature of the body, that sooner or later we'll have to get sick. And when it gets sick, you just have to learn to live with it. If you can fix it, fix it. If you cannot, then you just have to live with the condition until it eventually disappear. This is vipassana or wisdom, investigation of Vedana and also of body, investigation of the body nature as being impermanent, investigating the nature of Vedana, of feeling. That feeling can change from pleasant to unpleasant to neutral. They keep changing, and the factor that caused them to change is not you. You cannot force the condition, force the feeling to have only pleasant feeling, because there are other factors that can change the feelings from good to bad or to neutral. So if you cannot control your feeling, only way for you to live peacefully with your feeling is to accept them as they change. As well as your body. Your body is slowly changing. It's getting older and older.
Yeah.
And it's approaching old age, approaching sickness. Also, the sickness is waiting for you ahead of you. And eventually, death is the final destination for the body. You have to teach your mind to accept it. We willingly accept it. Then you will have no fear. You will have no worry. Okay.
Thank you, Ajaan. It's very helpful.
If you find that your mind cannot yet accept this truth, it means your mind doesn't have enough equanimity. So you need to do more meditation, calm your mind, because your defilement is still resisting the truth. The craving to live forever, the craving to be young forever, still keep resisting the truth. So you have to suppress this craving with the practice of meditation, mindfulness. When you get into jhana, then the resistance will disappear. Then when you come out of jhana, you can have equanimity to support your wisdom, to stop your cravings, to accept the reality of the body and the reality of the feelings. Okay.
Thank you, Ajaan. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Next, Nita and Saket. How are you both?
Namaskar, Ajaan.
Namaskar, Ajaan. Yes, we are well, thank you.
Is Namaskaran and Namaste the same thing?
I think they might have the same root. Yes, Ajaan.
But Namaskaran is Pali, right? I think Namaste. Or is it Thai?
Yes, I think in Thai they say namaskaran. Is it correct, Ajaan?
Namaskar. We call it namaskar.
Namaskar. Yes.
In Hindi, we say namaste.
Yes.
So
In Hindi,
it's
called
a-
namaste. It's the same thing. Greeting. Or paying respect. Paying respect.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. What can I do for you today?
So, Frajan, I just wanted to share one of the challenges which Neeta was sharing is, we're in a small town with many extended family members, and a lot of expectations to meet and such. But we found that when we tell them we are on meditation retreat, then all of them are very supportive and they let us, meditate. So we recently went on a 7-day meditation retreat, and our neighbors, it was like a very nice opportunity to be quiet and peaceful. And also now, Frajan, I'm thinking that maybe for the next few months, maybe at least for the first half of the year, I'd like to try and stay within the home and avoid going out unless it is for medical things or parents' responsibilities, but otherwise just stay at home. And if anyone wants to meet, they can come over because I don't know if I can avoid that completely. And what would you think of that, Frajan? Is that
That's good practice. This is to avoid your mind being exposed to sensual objects. Because when you go out, you see things, hear things, smell things, and this can stimulate your cravings, your greed, or your anger. So it's best try to restrain this contact as much as possible.
Yes.
And also physically, not only physically, you should also mentally cut off your contact with the outside world also through your smartphone.
Yes. I'm happy to report that I've gone to a dumb phone. And we have a landline at home, if anybody needs to reach us, like close family members, if there's an emergency.
Yes.
So we've tried to reduce
social media.
Yeah, and no social media, but WhatsApp, I think in our Indian community,
WhatsApp is
we can't leave it, so we use it on the computer and things like that. Yeah, we're trying very hard to limit and reduce.
Limit your engagement with other people as well.
Yes.
Try to stay alone as much as possible.
Yes, Rajan.
Then you can then be easier for you to focus your mindfulness on an object. You will not be easily distracted.
Yes. I think in the retreat, we felt that it was possible to start focusing more, less of other conversations and distractions, and it allowed for a lot of settling. And I had one other. Yes,
especially when you meditate, you want to be fully focused on your meditation object only. Then your mind can become calm and still eventually.
Yes.
Okay,
I think
you were
mine is
saying
getting
something.
calm, but not
Not
still.
yet it takes time. Takes time. Because mindfulness is not continuous. You may be mindful for a few seconds and then your mind ran away again and you have to bring it back.
Yes.
You might keep running away from your meditation object. That's the problem.
Yes.
So keep bringing it back. And practice mindfulness. When you're not meditating, you have to practice mindfulness. Every waking hours of your waking hour, every minute of your waking hours, try to be mindful. Try to tie your mind with something. Don't allow it to go. Think freely. Only thing when you really have to.
Yes, Rajan. We're trying.
Well, yeah, this is what you have to do.
Yeah.
Once you know how to do it, then you'll find it very useful. It will be helpful.
Yes. There's like a calm and like a peace that I'm starting to feel as a result of less of
yes, most beginning meditators, they forget that the essential factor in meditation is mindfulness. They thought they can start meditating with mindfulness when they meditate, but if they haven't yet prepared their mindfulness before, they'll find it difficult to sit and meditate, to focus on the meditation object. After a while, they'll feel frustrated or feel restless, and then they would not be able to continue on. So you need to be mindful all the time, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep.
Yes.
And you can do this efficiently when you're alone. If you're around people, you'll be distracted because you have to engage with people.
Yes.
Or any sensual objects. So try to restrict your sensual objects to come into your mind. Okay.
Yes, Rajan. And I had one other question, Rajan. Sometimes, like when we try to do the 6-hour challenge, then my mind becomes very drowsy. And is it okay to open the eyes as one of
Yes,
the...
you can open it. You can stand up and recite or chant, do some chanting, recite something until you feel awake. Then you can sit down and meditate again if you like. The 6-hour challenge mainly is to restrict your cravings to move around.
Yes.
Just want to keep you stay in one place, standing or sitting. This will reduce the amount of cravings in your mind. Then you'll find it will be easier for you to meditate because you cannot find excuse to do other things because you're not having allowed your body to go away from where you sit or stand. And the only thing you can do is just meditate while you sit or stand.
Yes, yes.
So you should try to do as much meditation as possible when you take this 6-hour challenge until you find that you can no longer focus on your meditation object. Then you might open up your eyes and take a few minutes break and maybe just recite mantra or just do some chanting or just merely just try to keep the mind still, not thinking about anything. Understand?
Yes, yes, Rajan.
Okay.
Thank you.
The real problem is the thinking. Try to prevent it from thinking. When you think you will have craving coming after. When you think of something, you want to go after that something. If you don't think, then there will be no urge or desire to go after anything.
Rajan, during these meditations, like whenever I'm starting, there's this desire to reach the 4th jhana many times. So that desire actually pulls me back and it doesn't allow me to, like, my mind doesn't stop thinking. And sometimes it reaches the 1st jhana, I'm a little happier, but then I get distracted and that's the end of that. So it's happening frequently.
Yes, it depends on how strong and continuous is your mindfulness. So you have to increase your mindfulness practice before you meditate. So the more mindfulness you have, the more continuous your mindfulness, then it will be the more easy for you to enter into jhana. So keep developing mindfulness all the time. Whether you're meditating or not, you have to keep doing mindfulness all the time.
Once it starts becoming continuous, then jhanas would happen automatically.
You mean the jhana will come automatically after you have? Yes, yes. Because your mind will not be able to think about anything. When it doesn't think, and then it will become still and peaceful and enter into jhana. And you feel released, you feel free, you don't have to do anything anymore. You don't have to force the mind because the mind doesn't rebel or try to do something anymore. The mind becomes rested.
True. Yeah, right now it still goes towards sensual desires of eating or watching something that happen. So yeah, I'll keep practicing.
Just tell yourself that it's not easy. It's a long haul. Don't expect it to be a one night stand thing. Modern world now wants to have something quick. Instant coffee, instant everything. But meditation doesn't come instantly. It takes time to develop mindfulness first. Unless you have already developed in your past life, like some people. Like met Shigel, I think, she's one of the Ajaan Mun's disciple, who, when she started meditation, in 5 minutes her mind can enter into jhana right away. And she didn't even know that she had entered into jhana, because her jhana is different from for most people, because her jhana doesn't remain still. She went and enter into seeing the spiritual world, seeing other spiritual beings. But she was fortunate to have Ajaan Man and Ajaan Mahabu as her teachers, who would keep trying to tell her not to go into that direction, to go into vision and to see things, to connect with spiritual being is not the path for enlightenment. So she eventually stopped going after those things and forced the mind to remain still and have equanimity. And after coming out, then she focused on the cravings, on the suffering caused by the craving. Whenever there's craving or suffering arises, she will investigate for the cravings. And when she finds that the source of her suffering is the craving, then she can stop the craving by teaching the mind that whatever craving craves for, they are not for happiness, they are for suffering. Because the thing that you crave for is impermanent, it's not stable, it's not reliable. It can change, it can disappear. When the things that make you happy disappear or change, then you lose that happiness, and what you get in place is sadness. So when you see that everything you crave for will bring you to sadness, to suffering, then you will stop your cravings for anything. And to stop your craving, you need to have jhana to be able to do it. Right now we have wisdom, we know the cause of our suffering is our craving, but we could not stop our craving yet because we don't have the strength to stop the mind, to still the mind. If you cannot still the mind, then you cannot stop your craving.
I can see the rising and I can see that it stays for a while, the craving, the defilement, and then I see it ceasing also, and then satisfactoriness in that. But and I see the anatta also because I'm not able to control it.
You have to see the object of your craving is to be poisonous to you, to be harmful to you. Then you don't want to go after those objects. As if you still see it as a sweet candy, then you will keep going after them.
Yes, that is true.
You have to think of impermanent. Everything rises and one day will cease. Whatever you get, one day you will lose it in the end. And when you lose it, then you become sad, not happy. So better not to have anything. It's best to have nothing. Because nothing cannot give you any suffering or sadness. It's the only thing or people that will give you sadness or suffering, because they can change from good to bad, or they can disappear because they are anicca and also anatta. You cannot control them. You cannot force them to remain good to you all the time, give you only happiness. They can change anytime. This is the work of wisdom. You have to contemplate in this nature, see the three characteristics in everything that you crave for. Okay, anything else?
Thank you for your guidance, Raja.
Thank you, Raja.
You're welcome. Next, outsourcing.
Good evening, Ajaan.
Yes, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you, Ajaan?
Good. Are you celebrating the Magha Puja in Malaysia also?
I didn't
No.
follow this evening. We have this Ajaan Anand's. This I didn't go into the Zoom.
I mean the temples in Malaysia, do they celebrate this day also or not?
I don't think so.
Only
I'm not.
Visakha Puja Day, right?
Yeah.
Only one day. I think this is more in Thailand than any other
Yeah,
country.
Thailand.
Yeah.
They post in their group chat for us to follow Ajaan Anand's this evening.
Is he giving meditation retreat tonight?
I beg your pardon. I still go for meditation retreat.
Is Ajaan Anand leading a meditation retreat tonight?
This year not yet. No retreat this year.
Just leading the chanting and giving Dhamma talks tonight.
Yes. This year no online retreat or on-site retreat yet.
Okay. Any question?
I think I don't have any questions.
You still do your 6 hour challenge?
Yes.
You find useful?
Very useful.
Okay.
And my mindfulness is very good if I follow the 6 hours. And then other days, if I have time, I'll do 5 hours challenge. Sometimes I do 4 hours, and I do another 1 hour.
Yes, do as much as possible.
Yes, do as much as possible.
Okay, good.
Thank you very much, Dan.
You're welcome. Next, Ricardo from Uruguay. Hi. Are you traveling anywhere now, or are you back home? Cannot hear you. Something wrong with your microphone. I'm not sure why, but some people, when they come into the room, they might press the wrong button or something. You might have to come back later. Come back and I'll go to you when you come back, okay? You might have to get out of the room first and then come back in again. You can hear me, right? I cannot hear you. No, I cannot hear you. Okay, go out and come back again. Try and reconnect, restart your connection again. Or maybe there's still no sound. You can hear us, right? You can hear me.
Can you hear us, Ricardo? Can you hear us?
Not if you can hear us, not. There's no sound. Speak. Okay, come back again. Okay, when you come back, I'll go to you first. I'll go to Aparajita now, okay? Aparajita in Dubai. I heard you have problem there now.
Yes, we did.
Everything
Yeah,
okay?
yes, now it's okay. And I guess first time I got to see, wow, like, missile shrapnel
Projectiles coming
dropping.
in.
Yes, yes.
Real thing, the real thing.
The real thing falling from the sky in all kinds of ways. Yes.
You have any place to go hide when you have?
No, we just stayed at home and you could see it, and none of the missiles dropped. They kind of shot them in the middle of the air. So it was just like debris falling. So no missiles hit anything as such.
Okay.
But of course, some buildings, little bit fire and all of that. And yeah.
But life still goes on normally.
Yes, the first day, Saturday, when it suddenly happened, I think everybody got very upset because it's never happened in Dubai. And then we were asked to stay indoors, not go out. And then the next Sunday, also in the morning, in fact, I drove out, but then I came back and then I saw right in front of my window in the distance. And then it calmed down and now it's okay. So I went out, taught my classes. So yeah.
So life is back to normal now.
Yes, I mean, yes, I think from today onwards, it's back to normal.
No restriction.
No, there wasn't any restriction except on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Good to see you back in one
piece. Yes, it was good. I think it's the first time I said, oh, wow, this is what it feels like to be in a war area. Yeah. But then you feel also, right, it's definitely tough.
It might remind you of Anicca, life is impermanent.
Yes, definitely. And so many people can suffer so much, and it's sad. It is sad.
But if you have studied the Buddha's teaching, you might not be badly affected because this is something we've been taught to prepare ourselves for one day.
Yes, I think I'm very grateful for that. I didn't feel afraid like that. It's like, of course, when I heard the booms, I could hear my heart beat very fast, but I was okay. I didn't feel like, I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen? No, I was okay. I was like, we'll see.
But still a little bit excited.
Of course, my heart went like, I was
not,
like, whoa.
Not enough equanimity yet.
No, I couldn't stay like fully calm through watching that explode. I couldn't. But yes, that was it.
Good.
Anyway, I wanted to pay my respect for Magha Puja as well. And thank you
thank you.
You're the lineage of the Sangha, and we are grateful.
Okay. Hope you can join the community one day.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Kate Yenso from Penang.
Ajaan, pay respect. Yeah, no question today, Ajaan.
Okay. Kok Seng from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. Here to pay respect. No questions at the moment.
Does what Palilai have any activity tonight?
If I'm not mistaken, I think they have.
Candle procession.
I think so. But so far I didn't join them. Yeah.
Have you ever joined them before?
No.
Okay. All right. Good to see you.
Thank you, Ajaan.
Hope your practice is going well.
Okay, I will continue to practice. Yeah.
Okay. Next step, from Oregon.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Good.
So how's your practice?
It's going really good. I did want to, I had an observation at a really good sit, and then I went for my 3-hour challenge, I keep doing that, and that's been very good. And then I went outside and I saw how it was destabilizing. So that made me see that my mindfulness is not strong enough for seeing. So I'm just working on my continuous mindfulness. But it was just very clear because I felt very calm, but then every time I would just look at a tree and I'd be like, oh, so pretty. But that's not the point. So yeah, I just noticed.
The point is just to merely know it, merely see.
Yes,
and have
yes.
no reaction.
Yeah, so I'm seeing that there's still reaction. Yeah.
Okay. No question tonight?
No question. Just working on my mindfulness. Thank you.
Yes, okay. You're welcome. Next, Alvin of Malaysia.
Namaskar, Ajaan. I'm just here to pay respect. No question today.
Okay.
Thank
Philip,
you.
You're welcome. Philip.
Good evening, Ajaan. I'm here to pay my respects, so no questions tonight. Okay. I don't need respect, also trying to pay respect.
Hi, Ajaan. Long time no
Okay.
see.
Let me see. Ricardo is back. Not yet. Okay. I think next in line is Tommy. Hi, Tommy. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Go
ahead.
Just a second. I just gotta get my notes. Sorry. I heard this phrase. Somebody said it in a Dharma talk. All things converge in feeling.
Both things, all things, converge in feelings.
Yeah, have you heard this one before?
Well, feeling is the consequence of the contacts of the sensual objects with the sensual organs. When you see something, feeling arises. See good things, you get good feelings. See bad things, you get bad feelings. And after you have feelings, then you have cravings. If you see good thing and you get good feeling, then you want to crave, you want to possess that thing that you see. So you want to stop at the point of craving. You don't want to possess anything. You have to use wisdom to teach you everything you crave for is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then you'll be spared the suffering. Because whatever you have, whatever you own will cause you suffering sooner or later.
Apart from pleasant feeling, neutral feeling, and bad feeling, there isn't really anything else, is there?
Well, there are still emotion, the mental states. You can still have the blues. You can have the high and the low and so forth in your mind. It's similar to feeling, but maybe it's a little slightly different from feeling. That's why the Buddha put it in the mental state. The mind can be high one day and can be low the next day. Can be happy today and can be sad tomorrow. And it's the same thing as due to contact with the sensual objects and also with the mental objects in the mind can also cause the mind to become high or low, happy or sad, and so forth.
What's the relationship between vijnana and knowing element?
Well, in Thailand, we call the knowing element vijnana when it separated from the body. When the body dies, then this knowing element, we call it vijnana. That go takes a new birth, or that enter into a different existent. Maybe if you haven't taken up human birth, you might be spiritual beings, happy or sad spiritual beings, depending on your good or bad karma. This we call vinyana. But there's another vinyana, the vinyana in the four namakanda. This is the vinyana that connect the mind to the body, to the sensual organs, so that the mind then can receive the sensual objects that enter into the sensual organs, and then the mind can experience what the body see and hear and so forth. This is vinyana, the ability to connect with the body. It's like two telephones connecting with each other through radio wave. Vinyana is like a radio wave. It connects the mind to the body.
How come they don't put chitta in the books except for the Abhidhamma?
Chitta, you mean the chitta in the four foundation of mindfulness?
I mean the chitta, like when the Buddha in the suttas, he doesn't really talk about chitta. Like, he talks about the five khandhas.
Yeah, that's because the mind is being attached to the five khandhas. See? So he has to teach the mind to let go of the attachment by seeing that the five khandha is anicca, dukkha, anatta.
What was there before there was knowing element?
Well, the Buddha said he could not find out this answer himself. So he said it's useless anyway to know about the origin of things because it's not relevant. The relevant is how to get rid of your mental suffering, which he found out that your mental suffering is caused by your craving, due to your delusion, not seeing that the objects of your craving are all suffering because they are impermanent, they are not under your control. So the goal in Buddhism is not to discover the beginning of life or the beginning of universe. The goal is to get rid of the suffering inside your mind.
Do arahants get to know that? Do they tell you?
Know what? Know what?
What came before the knowing
No,
element?
I never heard before any teachers talking about this thing at all.
Can they know it intuitively without, like, beyond words?
I don't know, maybe because like the Buddha said, when he gives the simile of the leaf in his hand and the leaves in the forest, he said what he revealed, what he told people, it's just the leaf in his hand. But what he knew is like the leaves in the forest. There's so many things that he knew, but it's fine, not essential for us to know. So he doesn't teach us those things that he knew.
Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
But I think he also mentioned the four incomprehensible things, the four incomprehensible things for normal people like us to comprehend. There is first the law of karma, the beginning of universe, the ability of the Buddha, and the jhanas. These are something beyond our comprehension. We have to be able to practice and understand this through our own practice. So don't waste your time seeking answers to these four questions. It's useless. It's better to seek the question how to get rid of my suffering, of my mental suffering. You heard the story. You heard of the story when a person was shot with an arrow, and someone came, a doctor came and tried to help this man getting the arrow out and fix the wound. But the man said, "Please don't do anything yet. let's go find out who is this man who shot me, what family, what caste he came from. The doctor said, I go and look for this man history, you'll probably be dead when I come back. So don't worry about, other thing. Worry about how to fix your suffering in your mind.
How far back do you think karmic attributes go? Like some people, the first time they sit in samadhi, they go into jhana, like you mentioned, Meiji Gao, and then some people, maybe it takes them, maybe this lifetime.
Many years. So that depends on your past karma, how much have you developed these things before.
Does it go back like?
We don't try to trace the number of lifetime.
But do you think, is it like eons or?
Well, like the Buddha, before he can become Buddha, he has to develop the 10 perfection, the paramis, and this takes eons for him to do it.
Yeah.
So who knows? There's no measurement to this thing. It's more important to spend your time and effort on how to develop mindfulness is better than to worry about all these things. Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. I'll go back to Ricardo now. He's back in the room again. Hopefully we can hear you. Can you unmute your microphone?
Hello?
Go ahead. Yes, can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you, Tanachan. Thank you. Thank you for your teachings and show us the Buddha words and teachings. And thanks to the administrators that makes this session possible. And I have a few questions if I may ask you.
Please go ahead.
Some teachers sometimes talks about the world life after jhanas. They say that after you enter jhanas and you come out, the world is not the same, or at least the mind is not the same. What would you tell us about that?
Well, the mind interest in the world is different because it has found a new, better way of being happy. See? You can be happy with jhana, which is a better way of being happy because it's easier. It takes less. There are less factors for you to have to deal with. With sensual pleasure, you need so many different factors in order to be able to be happy with your sensual pleasure. But with meditation, all you need is just mindfulness. And the result is far greater than what you get from sensual pleasure. So your outlook in life change. Before you might be outgoing, sociable, but after you have discovered jhana, you turn out to be an introvert instead. Look inside more. Seclusion, being alone, not being sociable anymore.
Good answer for my life. Second question I'd like to ask is that sometimes, the Buddha taught us to do vipassana, but and some teachers say that getting into samadhi is enough. Some say that only after jhana you get really vipassana. Otherwise, I think, I am asking you, the first stage should be like intellectual, that you see that things change and all that, but it's only on your mind. But after you enter samadhi or maybe jhana, please tell us, there's like a deep inside, like you experience vipassana even on the sensations, as you said before. Is that right?
No, it's not that. Vipassana and samadhi, what samadhi or jhana does for you is to have the strength to suppress your craving. See, without jhana, you don't have the strength to suppress your craving, even though you know with wisdom that the suffering that you are experiencing is being caused by your craving. You cannot stop it. But after you have jhana, then you would have the strength. When you have suffering and you find out that this suffering is caused by your craving, then you can suppress it, stop the craving. Like if you crave for cigarette and there's no cigarette for you to smoke, you feel restless and agitated. And if you use wisdom and say, I want cigarette, this is the cause of my restlessness. So if I have jhana, I can stop this craving right away and say, okay, no, from now on, I'm not going to crave for cigarette anymore. When you stop the craving, then the restlessness and agitation will disappear. But without jhana, you will not be able to stop your cravings for cigarettes right away.
Right. Another question would be, okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
How would you describe, I've heard some teachings teachings about how is chitta inside. How is chitta inside? Can you tell us if that is personal, or like when you get inside chitta is almost the same for everyone?
No, chitta inside is the same for everyone, but we don't see the chitta inside because our defilement keep pushing us to go look outside instead. Instead of looking inside, we look at the sensual objects instead. So we have to meditate. We have to use mindfulness to pull the mind back inside, so that the mind can then see what's inside, see the nama khandha, see the vedana, sanya, sankara, vijnana, see the kilesa, see the defilement. Everything is inside the mind, see. But we don't see it now. We only see sensual objects. We see people, we see beautiful things, we hear about beautiful sound and so forth. But we never see the feeling that accompany these things because we don't look inside. We thought everything is outside, but actually everything is inside. Our suffering is inside, our craving is inside. Everything is inside the mind.
Another question would be like when you go on a 10-day retreat, after the third day, we can feel and see the sensations in our body, and we can experience like they rise and develop and go out or finish. But on our worldly life, it's hard to get inside the sensations because, I don't know, the world stimulus or whatever happens outside. My mind cannot feel or experience these very small, tiny sensations starting and finishing.
Because you don't have enough mindfulness. When you're outside, when you're working, you don't have enough time to focus on your mindfulness. You focus more on what you do, what you think, what you feel. Then you're not having mindfulness all this time. So you don't see what's going on inside you. But when you come into retreat, you have time to develop more mindfulness. And as you become more mindful, you become more aware of things going on within yourself. You're bringing the mind back, just like the answer to the first question. Your mind's been sending to go outside. When you go on a retreat, you're using mindfulness to bring it back inside. So you can see the body, you can see the feeling more clearly.
Yes. Yeah. I should go back to Wat Yang soon.
No, you just stay at home and shut yourself in a room and don't communicate with anybody for 3 days or 5 days.
All right.
Your defilement is still trying to push you to go outside. See? Come to Vajjan. You don't need to come to Vajjan. You stay in your room. That's what the defilement doesn't want you to do. The
It seems like
defilement
here,
want to,
not
yeah,
there.
defilement want to go out, not stay inside.
Okay.
That's why I recommend the 6-hour challenge. Just stay in one place for 6 hours
Mm-hmm.
and try to use mindfulness to stop your mind from wanting to go away, wanting to go here and there.
Mm. I've done some of that practices and it's challenging. I mean, all the time you want to go out, go do something.
Yes, that's right.
It's funny. Yeah.
Because you don't have enough mindfulness to calm it down. So you
Right.
take this opportunity to develop more mindfulness by reciting a mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto. Whenever you have this urge to do something, just keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto until your mind becomes calm and the urge disappears temporarily. And you find peace and relief for a while from stress.
Okay. The last question would be, you said earlier you take dharma after you die. The question would be, do we take our kilesas also?
Oh yes, Yakidas has always been with you for many countless of lifetime already. We don't have enough dharma to counter them. That's the problem. See? So we have the opportunity to learn the way to develop dharma from Buddhism. If without Buddhism, we won't know how to develop dharma. So you just keep having defilement with us all the time. But now we have a chance to develop dharma to counter the defilement. With more dharma, then the defilement will become less and less, and eventually the defilement will disappear from the mind entirely, completely, when we fully develop the dharma in our heart, in our mind. And this go with the mind. Whatever we develop through practice will go with the mind. Mindfulness, wisdom, morality, generosity, loving kindness, and so forth. These are qualities that go with the mind once you have developed it inside your mind. You don't have to restart in your next life. You can continue on. Okay.
Thank you very much, Tanacha.
Is that all?
Yeah, deep
Okay.
gratitude for your teaching.
All right.
Be well. Be well.
You're welcome. Next, Lynn from Indonesia. You didn't make it last week, huh? Couldn't come in last week?
Yes, I didn't make it because I was a bit late, but it's okay. I watched from Facebook.
Just couldn't answer, just couldn't ask questions, that's all. Huh?
Yes. But I learned a lot though.
Good. What about tonight? You have any question?
Yeah, just one short one. Is memory the same as perception or sankara?
San is sanya. It's perception or memory.
Okay.
Sankara is thinking. Mental fabrication is sankara. You think about this, think about that, going here and there, what to do next, what to do then and now. This is thinking. But when you remember something, this is sanya. Oh, you remember yesterday something happened to you. Or when you see somebody, you remember the name of that person. This is the work of sanya. Even our ability to notice the difference between a dog from a cat. This is also the work of sanya.
Okay.
Perception or memory. We have good memory of what a dog is and what a cat is. So we don't get confused when we see a dog from a cat.
Okay.
This is the work of sanya.
Okay. So
Sankara is the same. What should I do with this dog when I see this dog? What should I do with this cat? This is sankara. Sankara is the one that do the bidding for the craving. See, the craving is sankara. First, it uses the memory, or when you see something, you remember this thing is good. This you see an ice cream. You say, this ice cream was good, so I want some more ice cream. When you think of I want some more, this is sankara. But your perception of the ice cream as being good is sanya. The problem with our sanya is we see things only half side of the story. We see the good side, but we don't see the bad side. So this is where dharma comes in, wisdom comes in, to teach the mind to have the bad side added to the sanya. So that is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Everything has good and bad side to it, right? When there's birth, there's happiness. But when there's death, there's sadness. But we don't want to think about that. We only want to think about birth. We celebrate birthday, but we don't celebrate death.
Yes, that's what happened to me today. People celebrated my birthday today.
So we want to change our perception or added more perception to balance our perception, not to be one-sided. To see life on both sides, the rising side and the downside also. Everything has two faces, the coin, like a coin. That's why when the Buddha gave the first discourse, and one of the listener became a Sotapanna by announcing that whatever rises will cease. You see the anicca in everything. We don't see that. We see something rise and it will continue to rise forever or exist forever. But nothing lasts forever.
True.
So we have to change our perception from forever to never forever. Nothing lasts. Nothing remains the same even. What you get today, tomorrow it might be different already from today. Okay.
And can this sanya be carried over or forward?
Yes, it will go with your life because it's part of the mind. See, sanya, these are the functions of the mind, which is need fixing.
Okay.
It's like an automobile. You have to fix the spark plugs in your automobile for it to run smoothly. So when you fix the spark plug, then the automobile will then run smoothly wherever it goes. Same way with the mind. See, once you fix the mind, then it will be, once it's fixed, then it'll be like that. Like the mind of the Buddha and the Arahant there have been fully fixed.
Okay. By that does it mean that until we have the psychic power, that means that fully fixed?
No, you don't need the psychic power. You just need samadhi and wisdom to fix the mind.
Then we can remember whatever that has happened to us in our previous life.
Psychic power is a special bonus power, not attained by everybody, not attained by every meditator. Some do, some don't.
Okay.
But it's not important to know the past. What's important is how to fix the present. That's all. All right.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Tan Ajahn. Hope you're well. Okay, thank you.
Happy Magha Puja Day.
Oh, thank you to you. Same to you as well. Thank you.
Okay. Next, Lakshya from India.
Good evening, Ajahn. I hope you're doing very well.
Yes, thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm doing excellent, Ajahn. I had some questions, Ajahn. So I wanted to get your advice on how we should reflect on food, especially the kind of food that we like uh, to to basically cut that delight and create dispassion with that food. So I'm looking for something similar to how we do for body contemplation. We take off the skin and see that it's not beautiful without the skin. So
Yes,
how
you
can we?
follow the path of the food. that enters your body from your mouth into your stomach, from your stomach to your intestine, and eventually come out in the toilet bowl. So if you see the whole process of this food, then your passion for that food will disappear. When you see the end game of this food, it turns out to be excrement in the end. So what you're actually liking is excrement without knowing it.
But before it turns into excrement, it's not
Attractive. It looks attractive, delicious. So don't try, don't try to look at them. See, when they look attractive, look at them when they're not attractive. Then when you go to the toilet, before you flush your toilet, take a photo of it first.
Okay. And reflect on, so whenever I eat something that I like,
Yeah,
I
how
take a
it's
note
gonna
of it
turn
and then
out to
I eat.
be, how
Yeah.
it's gonna turn out to be in the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Uh, hmm. And Ajahn, I'm finally moving to Thailand in April. I've got my ticket.
Oh,
So
really? So soon, next month,
yes, yes.
you can come and celebrate the Thai New Year with us. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of staying in Bangkok and maybe getting a condo somewhere. So my question is, Ajahn, like realistically to get get to first jhana, what is the kind of discipline a lay person should maintain in their life? What should be the schedule uh, so they have a good chance of getting a first jhana?
To be alone as much as possible, and to be free from all the exposure to the sensual objects, and be mindful all day long, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Live alone in your apartment or condominium, and then have no visitors, no friends, no parties, nothing, and just keep mindful all day long. If you can, take a 6-hour challenge for a starter. This will help you to have more mindfulness. And then when you meditate, you'll find it easier to enter into jhana that way.
Okay. And
Right.
Ajahn, do you like like realistically speaking, do you see many lay person getting jhana like this, or like what's the percentage of lay person getting jhanas if they
It's
practice?
not
Or
important. The only person you need to know is your percentage of yourself.
okay.
Don't worry about the other people, because we're all different. We
Yeah.
have different aspiration. We have different strength. So it's not good to measure ourselves with other people. We should measure ourselves with ourselves. We should compete with ourselves, not other people.
Mhm.
If you're not doing well yet, you have to improve yourself more. Keep improving your mindfulness,
Mhm.
and then eventually you'll reach the goal this way.
Mhm.
Because if you think of people who are better than you, it might make you discouraged.
No, I was thinking more in terms of if people are getting jhanas, then I can also get it. But if it's like
Unfortunately, we don't keep any statistics. We cannot realistically say how many percentage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
All you need is one yourself.
Yeah. 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 And during this time, Ajahn, I'm also like preparing to move, and then also working on my business to make sure I have good cash flow when I am in Thailand. And when I bring my attention back to Buddha, or when I do sitting meditation, and there's just awareness of the meditation object in the present moment, it's like the all that previous stuff was like in like dreamy, or it's like thoughts, and it's
It's
like
all
cloudy.
gone. It's all
Yeah, yeah.
gone.
And then this feels like very real, and it's like I'm working on all that stuff, and but the thing is, I I need to stop. I need to stop, and I just need to do this. it feels like that sometimes. And yeah, and when I try to exert myself to be more aware of the meditation object, it's like at a point I can see my mind habitually going after sensual objects, or want or inclining towards chasing sensual objects. And I have to have that intention of, okay, I'm not going to do this, and I'm going to stay with the meditation object. And it feels like I'm stopping in a sense.
Yes, you have to force yourself to stop your mind from going after sensual objects. It won't stop automatically. You have to use mindfulness to stop it. When you start to thinking about sensual object, you have to recite a mantra, using the mantra to stop it.
Yeah. And the way we use mindfulness to stop it is we have that mindfulness and we can see the mind inclining towards sensual objects and wanting to think about this and that. And then if we have that mindfulness in the moment, we stop it, and then we are able to bring it to the object, right?
Yes,
It is
temporarily. And
temporary.
when you lose your mindfulness, and your thought for sensual objects can come back up again.
Okay.
So you have to constantly watch your mind, whether it's going after anything or not. If it does, then you have to use the mantra to stop it. If you cannot stop it automatically, it means you don't have enough mindfulness. So you have to generate mindfulness by reciting the mantra. Sometimes you have strong enough mindfulness. When you realize the mind is going thinking about some other thing, you can bring it back right away without using the mantra. When you cannot bring it back, then you might need to use the mantra to stop it from going away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, and while you were saying this, Ajahn, the previous question that I asked about how many people get jhanas, I think the reason why I asked it is it seems like a very lofty and very intimidating goal. And in that sense, it feels like it's sort of unachievable for normal people, unless you have a lot of merit from past lives, or you're already a monk or a nun. So I guess in that sense, I asked that question.
But still, the Buddha says still not impossible. When he gave talks to monks in the four foundation of mindfulness, he said that if they follow his instruction strictly, they can achieve jhana and enlightenment within 7 days, or 7 months, or 7 years.
Really? Okay.
Right. Go ahead and read the four foundation of mindfulness in the end of the sutta. The Buddha said, if you follow this instruction faithfully, it's either 7 days, or 7 months, or 7 years, you will achieve some result. Maybe not the highest one. I think he said the next to the highest one, or the highest one, depending on your ability.
Wow. So the worst case scenario is if somebody
7 years.
practices, 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years.
Pretty good.
Or maybe a little bit more. From I heard the story of some Ajahn in Thailand, Thai forest tradition. Some take 10 years, 15 years to achieve, but they eventually get it there.
Okay.
Some get it quicker, maybe a few years, a few months even. So it depends on each person's ability.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, Ajahn.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Next, Sri and check. You didn't come in last week either. Couldn't make it, or the room was too crowded?
Yeah,
Yeah.
room too crowded.
Okay.
If all things go well, we will see you next weekend, Ajahn.
Oh, really? I heard
Yeah.
the story before, but I'm not sure the date.
March
7th.
March 7th.
Seven,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. We fly on March
Okay.
midnight.
You won't start in Malaysia first. You come first to Thailand?
Yeah, Thailand. We'll go straight to Pattaya. Once
Pattaya.
Pattaya.
Okay, good.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, see you again then.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Yeah.
Any comment or any question?
The about the 7 days one, I just want to clarify. Is Buddha talking about enlightenment? So like he's talking about
The
like at
four
least
level,
four level. Oh,
at least the third
at least
stage
the
of
Sotapanna.
enlightenment. The state,
Oh, at least
the
the
third, at least the third.
oh, okay,
If
okay.
not the highest, then the third level, anagami
Oh,
level.
okay.
But in order to get to anagami level or to the four enlightenment level, you have to have jhana first.
Oh,
So it ultimately means that you must have jhana before you can become a sotapanna within
yeah.
7 days or 7 years or 7 months, 7 years. Yeah. So you need
So
jhana.
you need jhana and then before the 7 days one? Oh no. Oh, it's he's talking about like if you develop what he taught
In
for
mindfulness, you have to have mindfulness of breathing in order to get to jhana.
yes.
It's part of the instruction that first achieve jhana.
Yeah. That's part of the instruction. Yeah.
Once you
The
have
first
jhana, then you study the nature of the body, the feelings, and the mind. Then you can become enlightened.
Oh.
Having understood their nature and letting go of your attachment to them.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
So far, no, good.
Yeah. Thank you, Dad.
Still
Okay.
memorizing
In that
Satipatthana.
case,
Happy Magha Puja Day. Okay.
yeah, okay. See you then next week.
See you.
Yeah, see you.
Okay. Next, Dr. Priyal and Dr. Indira. You seem to come in late or?
Later, yeah, the time thing,
Yes.
it's early. So I think there's going to be spring forward soon. So
Yes.
Have you changed the clock yet? Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet,
It's
Ajahn.
soon, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Daylight saving time, DST.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
Okay.
interesting listening to. It's very inspiring to whenever you think of it. The timeline makes you want to work even harder than Ajahn.
Time is running out.
Yes. Yes.
Our body is like a candle. Once you lit it, it will slowly become shorter and shorter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you feel it. As you get older, you feel it.
Yeah. Your strength is
So-
getting less and less.
Yeah. So
You
you
find it
sort
more
of.
difficult to practice
Yeah.
as you
But
get
what?
older.
Yes. And we try to sort of stop, like things we did, we don't do anymore. And we try to use more time for our practice. Yes.
That's good. That's good. That's the right way.
I think the Buddha talks about time in a sutra text. I just came to my mind. The one person shoot 4 arrows, and there are 4 people who can run very fast. They can pick up all 4 arrows at the same time and come back. But he says that's very fast. Then the sun goes faster than the moon goes faster than that. The sun goes faster. That there are devatas who can go faster. He said time goes even faster than that.
Yes, time never stops. Yeah.
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah, interesting.
Yes.
Thanachan, you had like somebody asked about, I think Tommy, there's no chitta is not much described in the sutra text. I think chittanupassana is a big one in Satipatthana. And also there are some sutras Buddha talks about like a chitta mano vijnana. They are it's like a monkey, like in a different I quickly read the passage. That which is called the mind, mentality, and consciousness, that is mano chitta vijnana, arises from one thing and ceases as another, by day and by night. Just as a monkey roaming through the forest grabs hold of one branch and lets go and grabs another, and lets go and grab still another. So too, that is called mind, that is mano, and chitta, mentality, and consciousness arises as one thing and ceases as another, day by night.
Yes, it's constantly changing. The mind
Yeah.
constantly changing.
Yes, yes.
So, is there other two stages of the same thing the Buddha is saying here, like a monkey go changing by?
Well, the mind had two parts. The knowing doesn't change. It's always knowing all the time. But the thinking and the feeling keep changing.
Oh, I see.
And the khandas keep changing. The dharma khanda, Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, and Vijnana keep changing due to the different factors that cause us to change, like the sensual objects that we are exposed to.
So the consciousness of an arahat is non-agitated. We call the anidasana. That is consciousness without a base, or is called
The knowing.
the knowing element.
Yeah,
It's
the
not
knowing-
agitated. Yeah.
No, but it's just deluded and keeps believing what the sankara and sanya keep telling it.
Yeah.
So we have to teach, re-educate them the knowing to know the truth, that it has no self. It isn't a self. It's just an element, a knowing element.
So the regular person, when he dies, the consciousness which has the craving, like agitated, right? So it has to cling on to something. When the arahat dies, it's not agitated. The consciousness, it doesn't have any place to land. So it just like it releases. It's only the knowing element.
It doesn't go anywhere once there's no cravings. It's the craving that pushes the knowing element to go look for a new body.
So the consciousness we are talking about in general, based to six senses, they are constructed consciousness. That's not the same consciousness we are talking about. The vijnana knowing
No,
element.
it's knowing. What we're talking about is vijnana in the four nama khanda, the nama khanda. The vijnana that connects the mind to the body, to the sensual organs.
Six senses, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, six senses.
Okay.
But this vijnana keep changing due to the
moment to moment,
due to the sensual object that keep changing. So when you see one thing, then you see a different thing. You hear one thing, and then you hear a different thing. And when they change, they change the feeling also. And you have good or bad feeling. Keep changing through the changing of the sensual objects.
So the contact keep changing very quickly, like each eye contact here, because only given moment, only one sense organ can receive. So you change from eye to ear to mind, like keeping very fast, and you are processing this information through contact being changing, the feeling to change at the same time. And then they become labels, right? They are perceptions. So those labels you can bring up like a memory as anytime you want. I mean, if you have enough memory, I guess, if you remember.
If you remember or you've been exposed to it before. If you haven't been exposed to it before, then you don't know what this object is. So you have to wait and see and find out whether it's good or bad. Like when you need a new person, you don't know whether this person is good or bad, right?
That's true.
So you are trying to, by meditation, you're trying to access this, if you can, and get rid of the bad and keep maybe more skillful, make it more skillful, your activities, right? The mind become.
To teach the perception to be more comprehensive. Meaning to see both sides of the stories, both sides of the person, not just only one side. We tend to see what we see, and we don't think about what's on the other side of this thing or this person. And the other side is always the downside. We only see the upside of a thing or of a person, but we never think of the downside of this person or thing. So we have to use wisdom to teach us that there's another side to the story,
Two sides of the coin.
Yeah.
That's so true.
So when you like anatta dukkha anatta, when you apply, you see it's because it's permanent. You think it's permanent. So therefore, but the thing is, it's going to change. It's going to you're going to suffer because you're clinging on to that.
That's right.
It is stupid. Is it not wise to call itself? That's what Buddha is asking. Is it wise? Because, I mean, then in other words, you are creating your own suffering, thinking this is permanent and clinging to that. So if you see that, you can let go of it and not suffer.
When he means, well, is it wise to call it itself or not? It means you can you control it or not?
Control.
If you cannot control it, then it's not self. You're not. It doesn't belong to you.
That's true.
It belongs
That's
to
it.
nature. Everything belongs to nature, like the weather.
I mean, if you think around those, like you can try to not suffer through, right? Because you know everything, all the aggregates in nature, outside or inside, within you, it's the same subject to anicca, dukkha, anatma.
Everything is anicca. Everything are anatta. If you cling to them, you'll get dukkha.
Okay, I think you have
Ajaan, one question. Now, at the time of death, if you're in a state of samadhi, like that's fine, your consciousness will be in a state of samadhi. But let's say sometimes when at the time of death, people are still conscious and relatives come scream. So then you're still thinking, like, will those things affect your journey beyond? Like,
Not necessarily. What affects your journey is the amount of good or bad karma you have accumulated in your mind.
So the last moment things, it won't have any...
Doesn't decide where you go high or low.
Okay.
It's a good or bad karma that you have accumulated so far.
Right along. Yes.
Yeah. At the moment of death. If you have more bad karma and good, then you go low.
Yes.
If you have more good karma than bad karma, you go high.
Okay.
So the more perceptions, more labels you have on the good side, it's likely to come up with the good side. You're going to go to the good side. Less label, the bad labels you have, more like perceptions. I think you're going to go on the.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Ajaan. Theruvan Sarana.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Gary from Singapore.
Namaskar, Ajaan. Just here to pay respect, no questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Our last person is Mechi Sophia. Hi. Have we met before, Mechi?
We have, Professor Chart. I think we actually have met in person at what time?
At Banyan, you came here. When was that? Long time ago.
It's been a while since I came. Not that. I mean, a few months.
I see.
3, 4
Where
months.
Where are you from?
I usually say Thailand because that's where I'm based.
I see. Okay. Where
so
now? Where do you stay in Thailand?
Well, actually, I used to stay in Chayapum.
Chayapum.
Oh, this is where I was supposed to. I think when we first met, I was based in Udon Thani, and I was trying to find a monastery where I can dedicate full time to serious practice.
Have you found one yet?
Well, actually, not entirely.
It's not easy, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, in that sense, I wanted to reach out to May if she's still in the room. But to May, yeah, because she's going forth with the intention to focus her life on practice, on meditation practice.
Yeah, she plans to go to Ajaan Martin. Have you been to Ajaan Martin Monastery before?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And what would you like to tell her?
Sorry?
What would you like to tell her? Or maybe you should do it secretly.
Sure thing. The chat is muted though, otherwise I would have already texted her. I just an invitation to reach out because I found that this is actually a comparatively rare thing for nuns to do. That they go forth with the intention of dedicating completely to practice. So that's a very, very commendable and rare thing, and I'm very, very happy to meet like-minded people. So actually working on co-establishing a place where this is possible, because a lot of places they focus more of the like external appearance or some kind of rituals or songs or flowers and all these things, which I find nothing that the Buddha necessarily taught directly.
Yes, maybe my assistant can give you the information that you can contact her and talk to her directly.
I'm happy to write an email. Actually, in the sense that would be only my main question. Whether, well, basically, seems like culturally a lot of people just naturally have this respect for monks and the support for monks. So like how would a Meiji who doesn't seem to, for a lot of people, they don't seem to, well, we don't usually wear a sign around the neck that says I would be happy to have support, and you know, so like what would be the way for a very serious practitioner to get worldly support, especially if one is very withdrawn and focused on practice? Then the social interactions, they minimize. So how to even get in touch with the kind of people that would actually be happy to
you have to go live and practice. You have to go and live and practice with a renowned teacher, a monk like Ajaan Mahabodhi before. If you go live in his monastery, then you'll be taken care of as far as the requisites are concerned. And then people will know you and see you. And as they find out more about you, then they will be more eager or ready to support you once they get to know you, that you're serious, that you're a good practitioner.
Well, I mean, let's just say until one's pictures in the National Gallery of Saints in Udon with a QR code with the contact, what would be the way for somebody who is usually quite withdrawn and not so much prone to social interaction? So like how would people even get to know one if one is usually Broheta Sunyagaranam and just...
Well, if you're really good in your practice, they'll find you, they'll discover you. You don't have to show yourself. They'll go look after you. There'll be people who are spreading the news quietly without you knowing it. So don't worry. What you have to worry is your practice. Try to practice and achieve something so that you will appear different from other people. And then this will be the attraction from other people to you. So keep practicing and, achieve something, jhana or sotapanna, something like that. Then people will notice this right away without having to put a sign, say, I am a sotapanna. So right now you have to be patient and just be happy with be happy with whatever you get from the temple that you live with. You live in. This is one of the training for monks and nuns is to be humble and to accept the treatment, the worst treatment you can get from anybody.
That's the best thing. Yeah, it's true.
Once you can take this, then it doesn't matter.
Patient forbearance is the highest asceticism.
That's right. Okay.
That sounds like a plan. Carrying, yeah. On.
Okay. Anything else?
Just continue practicing.
Okay, good. Just do your practice, and it will lead you to bliss, to happiness, to support. I mean, too many support even eventually you don't need all this support, and you don't feel like you need any support either. If you achieve what you from your practice, then you feel content. Okay.
Well, one does need food sometimes, and sometimes people seem not to be very aware of that. Especially if one refuses. But I'm pretty sure that will happen. That will be, I mean, that's the aspiration anyways.
Can you repeat again, please?
It just seems that people don't really expect Meiji or women in general to actually be serious about practice sometimes. So I was making a bit of a bad joke about the fact. I mean, it's not really a joke. It's just my experience that people. One doesn't need food to survive long enough to attain to arahantship, or
so you have to
even for 7 years.
Then you have to rely on the monastery that can support you firstly. So you have to go live in a monastery that can support you with food and lodging first.
Absolutely.
Like when I became a monk, I had to go look for a monastery to live in and practice. And I find Ajaan Mahabu's monastery, and I just rely on his reputation to exist. Actually, people came to give food not to me, but to give to Ajaan Mahabu. But there are too many food, he'll then share it with us. Then we just have to be happy with whatever we are given. That's all.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
So try not to be choosy with the 4 requisites. Just take whatever is given. Be happy, be thankful for whatever you get.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You need them just for your survival, that's all. You don't need them for your happiness. Your happiness, you have to rely from your meditation practice. Okay.
Sure thing.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Maybe you can join us again if you have any question or any comment. We just ran out of time for today.
Oh, I'm happy to join again. I'm happy to join again.
Yeah, you can join us anytime if you can come in the room fast enough, because sometimes we have a lot of room and the administrator has to make sure that there's enough time for everybody. So you might have to, if you come in late, you might have to wait outside until you find that there's enough time for you to enter the room, then he'll let you in. But you can watch on YouTube Live or on Facebook Live. If you don't want to join the conversation, you can still watch the meeting live.
I come in every now and then.
Okay. All right, we'll go to Juan now for final question from home. What do we have?
There's no question tonight.
Oh, no question tonight. Well, then that's about it for tonight then, okay? Thank you for your participation. I hope this meeting is useful and can help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, be mindful all the time, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
กราบหลวงพ่อครับ
Thank you, Tanajan.
Sadhu.
Ajahn.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Amin.
Thank
See you next week.
you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Amin.
Bye,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
ครับ สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
ดีครับ
บ๊ายบาย